All right, New Orleans is making progress in reducing the rat population in the French Quarter. Of course, you can't get rid of all of them, but Paul Murphy reports the COVID shutdown actually gave the city a chance to really crack down on the rats.
When the French Quarter shut down in March because of the pandemic, rats came out onto Bourbon Street looking for food. Mayor LaToya Cantrell even remarked that the closure of restaurants and bars was driving the rats crazy. This created an opportunity for New Orleans rodent control.
Because everything was shut down, these animals were very, very hungry. And we really took opportunity at that point to do very aggressive mitigation. So yes, we were able to really jump on that opportunity.
Rodent control agents baited storm drains with rodenticide and lined streets in the French Quarter with bait stations.
The rats were hungry, and we put out the products that they would feed on.
Claudia Riegel, executive director of the city's Mosquito, Termite, and Rodent Control Board, says 10 months later, she's noticed a decrease in the rat population, particularly in the French Market area, which has always been a hot spot for rodents.
When we recently did trapping, it was towards the end of last year, French Market, we caught zero. We really, really have gotten a handle in that particular area, which I'm pretty excited about.
Riegel warns property owners to do their part to help control the rodent population.
Managing your garbage, managing your food sources, that is ultimately how we manage our rodents.
Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
New Orleans Rodent Control is urging property owners to call 311 if you see a rat.